Thought I'd use a cough as my introduction to the video tonight. So, remember I was sniveling about Payne's Gray, and I thought it would make a good paint for drawing in my dark lines and what have you. I did suspect it would take a while to dry. I didn't look into it. I've done so much homework over the years that I'll just play it by ear. But look at this. See that? I put that on there 2 days ago. Yeah, thinned off with paint thinner. It's still not dry, and like it's practically not dry at all. And it's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. So I kind of changed my tune about this painting. I may not do it with the knife. I might still, I might not. But I'm not going to worry about needing to be too thick, because I believe right now I'm going to do a wash-in over this, but it's not even going to be over it, because I know that tomorrow, if I, or tonight, when I begin to wash things in, wash the actual scene in, I'm going to be cutting through this, and we're going to not have to worry about, the refractive index of the paint. We're not going to have to worry too much about anything. But I decided I would maybe do something I haven't done for a number of years. I've done it in the past. I like the subject matter. It's so dignified and majestic. It's something we're all familiar with. If you've ever stayed at a campground, or if you have maybe your own cabin somewhere, it's a little building that's just I can tell you, when you need it, you need it. And it's going to sit majestically. It's going to perch majestically on a small knoll in the woods. And I think I'm going to make this painting into a winter scene again and try to include some soft warm colors. Even though it's a snow scene, I like the idea of having a few warmer colors in here. The door sits open because it's falling apart. This one hasn't been used for a while. I don't know if it's been vandalized or not, but it's definitely got some age to it. So now I'm reverting back to my tried and true colors that I use for my lines, and that is ultramarine blue and raw umber. Yes, sometimes I use burnt sienna with my ultramarine blue, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm not going to concern myself with it. So we'll get the outline of the building in here. Yes. All the romance that's the visual romance that's associated with a building like this. It's amazing. Such history. And I thought I'd put a few trees, not much, a couple of trees in the foreground maybe, to indicate a bit of a path, a path to privacy, a path to the privy. Because yes, of course, this is a privy. It's an outhouse. Well, you know, an outhouse. Who doesn't love an outhouse? It represents freshness, rejuvenation, purging, or something like that. Okay, don't want to get too fussy with my wash in here. No, I don't know if I should be making this out of a bunch of vertical boards. Maybe I shouldn't even draw in so many boards. There's so many divisions between boards. Probably shouldn't. Anyway, let's put a dark blob in there just to break things up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I paint it. Yeah, it's you know, I love red, but I reserve the right to change my mind. Okay, so you can see now that using ultramarine blue and raw umber, that's when I can really get an opaque paint in there, right? So I guess tomorrow, or on the next video, we'll put in a few trunks, put in more design. But for the moment, I'm going to leave it. I'm happy with the idea. I know it's almost counterintuitive to paint one of the ugliest buildings, but I think a lot of us have memories of these ugliest buildings, and they have a lot of character. You got to give them that. And coupled that with maybe a softly lit background, a winter scene. Who knows? You know, it might actually end up being an attractive little article. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got this thing done too. No, it's not pretty. It's just a 4-stock on a pump arm pellet gun. But now there's enough meat to it that I can actually grab it with my hands without pinching flesh and bruising myself constantly. Anyway, happy with that. Very happy with this, as a start. I'm going to flip my screen around here and just give you a square on shot so you can see the location of this thing. I think that'll be fun, sitting amongst the woods, you know, sitting in the woods, a soft winter scene. I'm going for it. Talk to you soon, guys.